Hello there and welcome back to Adiecraft, and welcome to Adie's adventure, even though you may not recognise it from where I'm standing. We're now at episode 20, so quite a long way into the series now, but I've been doing a little bit of exploring and a little bit of gathering now that I've got my wings. I headed over to the jungle biome that we found when I was doing the exploring before and ventured a little bit further around here, and I managed to find myself a Badlands or a Mesa, depending on how old school you are of the game. And yeah, this is about, let's see, just over 5,000 blocks. So it's literally just the other side of the jungle that we found at 5,000 blocks. But yeah, just flew around a little bit and found this. So this is fantastic, as this is the last resource gathering area that I didn't have access to previously. Ooh, floating sand. Let's make sure that there's nothing that's going to cave in apart from those. Okay, yeah, and amazingly we've got an exposed mineshaft straight away whilst we're here. Now there's not really anything that I need in an exposed mineshaft, but parkour, but yeah, we've got one anyway. There might be some chests. I might have a quick look around. We've got a little well here as well. A little zombie just randomly chilling there. Let's finish him off because otherwise he's in for a long drop down there. But yeah, the main thing, the most important thing, and the thing that I'm most happy about is this massive hill of terracotta, because I've got some big plans and I'm going to need some terracotta. And as you can see from here, it does go on for quite a while, so it doesn't look like I am going to be running out anytime soon. So this is actually beautiful. This would have been perfect as a gulch for my AlphaCraft base. I would have just filled in this water and yeah, I could have just built it here. But hey ho, I'm here now. I might build something Wild West, you never know in the future. But yeah, this is a great find. So I am going to do some mining here and collect as much of this terracotta as I can, so that we've got a nice little stockpile before having a little fly around, see if there's anything else interesting in the area, and then heading back to the base. So I've just found another desert temple whilst I was exploring, and let's see if our luck is anything like as good as we had previously with the last one when we got the enchanted golden apple. Now let's head down here and see what we can do and what we can find. Get rid of that for a start. So we've got some gold, we've got some gunpowder. I don't really need gunpowder anymore. Ooh, a diamond. Ah, you are kidding me. A second enchanted gapple, another golden apple, which I will definitely keep, and then just some bits and bobs. So yeah, that has been another fantastic desert temple to actually get hold of. So yeah, let's just get the TNT here and then up we head. And I don't need these blocks, so I'll just head her up, I think. And head up this way. But yeah, 2 enchanted golden apples is always better than 1. So yeah, really happy with that. That one's now been done. All good in the hood. So in the immortal words of every Minecraft YouTuber ever, I did some mining off camera, and yeah, so I've got now myself a lovely shulker box full of terracotta. I've got myself a lovely shulker box full of red sand, and then I've got some bits and pieces that I got from raiding in various different chests, and of course the other enchanted golden apple that we got from the desert temple. And then I thought I'd bring back some of the multicolors, so I've got basically 3 of each of 3 stacks. Oh no, that's going to trigger me. I thought I had enough white terracotta, but I'm 3 shy on the white terracotta. But yeah, I've managed to pick up basically just about 3 stacks of everything, apart from the orange, because I like the orange a bit more, so I've picked that up. So yeah, now I've got these things. What it did make me think is that I really do need to sort out my ender chest and make sure that everything's in there. I did sort out the wood that I've got here. And yeah, I think this one here, because I also stopped at the jungle and got a fair bit more jungle wood. I think this is the jungle wood one, which it is. So if I go like this, there we go. We've got some extra jungle wood there. So I've sorted out the wood, at least in terms of the main stuff. But yeah, really do need to make sure that apart from these few things, I do get the rest of the things sorted out. However, now we are back. I've been doing a lot of non-building things, so I think next I want to do some building. And I mentioned it in the last episode that I have some really big plans. And this space just over here behind this building is going to be the perfect location. So where all these torches are laid out, I have a brand new building. I'm going to be building a tavern here, but it's going to be a little bit different. Now it could be a bit divisive, it could be a bit Marmite, so you may either love it or hate it with what I'm going to do, but I think once it's done it will tie this area to the next set of builds that I want to do. So yeah, now I am going to kick off a bit of a time lapse. I'm going to organise all my resources and get building down here. So you can see now the build is finished, and as you'll notice, it is a little bit different from the other builds that we've got in the area. As you can see, we've got some builds here that are all very similar in their style, and then we've got this, and there is a reason for this. So I've always had the idea of kind of building this area out. I've still got a lot of landscaping and a lot of things to add, like some custom spruce trees that I've been designing and things like that around the area. However, I've always wanted to kind of vary this area up a little bit, and the way that I wanted to do that was to change the block palette. So kind of what I'm going to be doing here, and maybe in one or two of the other builds, is transitioning. So we've got one half almost, well, probably a third of this island, and we've got these lovely warped blocks that we're using, the warped stems and things, and then going through into this area where we've just got exactly the same build style but just a slightly different block palette that we're going to be using. And I think that the block palette works really well on this as well. I'll go down and show you in a little bit more detail. But yeah, it is a bit of a strange one, I'll give you that, but yeah, I think that once we've got some more with the other block palette coming through in the area around here, that it'll actually look really good, and particularly when we're flying around the builds. So now let's go, and if I can get a good ender pearl throat, as we did, brilliant. No endermite spawned up there, always good as well. Here we have the tavern, and I am really pleased with how this has turned out. So if I come around to this side here, I will give you a bit of a view of the new block palette. So what we've got is the faded blocks going into this, but we're going to be using brick, and we've got the spruce, but the spruce itself is the unstripped variety rather than the stripped variety. And then we've got some warped accents rather than the acacia accents, and we've gone for some of the light greys instead as well. So let's get even further back so you can have an even better view of. That's always a good idea, isn't it? So yeah, as you can see here, I think that it really does look good here. And if you were just seeing this, having not seen all of the original one, then I think that you'd think that this was a standalone build style as well. So I think that once, yeah, like I say, once I've got ideas for a build here, see how much time I've got this episode, but now to have a look at the inside really. But yeah, I do like it personally. I do like it. I built it all in the other block palette first when I was doing it in creative, and then messed around and switched some blocks out, and yeah, I think it's really worked. So as we go in, of course, we've got various different houses here, but we've got no kind of an entertainment there apart from listening to the zombie moaning here whilst he terrifies the villagers around there, and one kind of workplace in terms of the people of the village can go and work in the windmill. However, there's nowhere to relax, and everybody should have somewhere to relax. So the tavern is here, and what we've got in here is quite a big tavern. And again, this would work in any medieval or rustic kind of an area. We've got a coat rack for people to put their clothes on. We've got this little bar with some barrels here, and just a little jukebox. I realised I didn't actually have one of those anywhere, but you need a bit of music in a place like this. We've got this lovely fire and plenty of little tables, so we've got just a nice design down here. On top of this, we've also got an upstairs where we've got some seats, and as I come through here, we've got some lovely little rooms as well with just some paintings and things. So if we go into each of these, we've got lots and lots of rooms here, and another lovely fireplace and somewhere to sit. And one of my favourite little touches, so all of the rooms on this level are exactly the same. We've got 4 of them, as you can see, but we've got this little cubby hole, just a little seating area hidden underneath the stairs, and I thought that was just kind of quite a nice little snug area. But it does keep going up because it is quite a, well, it is the biggest build that I think I've done in the fantasy village. And up here we've got the real fancy room, so there's a special seating area, a bit more storage, and then we've got this big double room here with a nice painting again, and then the master suite as we come through here. A real luxurious, opulent room here with some lovely views out as well there, but we're not done quite yet even. So if we go up even further, we have got this final little area where we've got even here a little window where we can see out over to the tree and towards the iron farm and the mob farm, and here a little smelting array and some more seats and another little window. So yeah, quite a big build, a very big build. Obviously, if you do want to see a tutorial of this, I may potentially have to split this into 2 with the build and then the interior maybe, or yeah, just let me know anyway, and I'll see what I can do if it is popular. I fell in love with this as soon as I built it, really. So yeah, really happy with how that's all gone. But I do have other things that I've got planned for this episode. Now that I've been exploring and I found myself the Mesa, the Badlands, as it is nowadays, over here, I want to start getting some expansion done in the Nether. So I've got my elytra, of course. I can fly over there, but it still takes a long time to go like 5,000 blocks, even flying really high and stuff. And I have got lots of gunpowder and rockets, but again, I don't want to necessarily use them. So what I'm going to do now is collect some things together. I left that open. Collect some things together, and I'm going to head into the Nether, and I'm going to go straight upwards. I'm going to go straight upwards, and I'm going to start blasting away some of the netherrack above me and see if I can find that magical piece of bedrock that is visible at 127 blocks. Because that will denote the ceiling of the Nether. And what I plan to do is break that block by going up onto the roof of the Nether and actually blowing that up. So yeah, all good. That's what I need to do. So I need to get some resources ready. I need to get some TNT. I need to get the bits and pieces. I will be using the Rayworks method for breaking the TNT. But before that, I need to actually get there. So I've got to build some kind of a structure. So let me get all the bits together, and then I will come back to you when that's all done. I'm up here now at the Nether ceiling, as you can see, and I've been blasting away and exposing the bedrock here at the top of the Nether. I've also made myself a little safety box here with some cobble down to where we've come up, and would you believe it, directly above where we've come up here, if we look at the F3 screen, we've got on the right hand side targeted block Y value 127. So that is a complete fluke, but also amazing that we found one right exactly in the place where we kind of want it to be. So yeah, I ran out of cobble. I was starting to box all of this in so it's gas proof and things, so I'll need to come back and do that. I might actually, yeah, choose some blocks that are a bit nicer than cobble, maybe some stone or some smooth stone or something like that anyway. However, I digress. Now the thing to do is for us to try and get onto the roof of the Nether itself, and I've never done this before, but I believe what you need to do is go to the edge here, pressing forward and jump, and let me just see, it is forward, I think. Let's just try this, and here we are. Wow. And yeah, I had taken a screenshot of that block, but we will mark it here anyway. I believe it's that one. Let me just see if we hit the F3 screen. Yeah, so it would be this one, I believe, actually. So yeah, I will check which block it is. I will get the machinery set up, and now we can try and get ourselves back down again. This is going to be the tricky bit, but that was easier getting above it than I thought it would be. So here we have the machine set up, and I've used this because of its simplicity. Basically, this is the block that we want to break here, and what it does is it powers these two TNT. One of them blows up this lever, which also extends this block. The other one blows up the new piston that you're looking to place. And you use this trapdoor to basically go into flying mode, so you can then place something against the block right on the corner there. So when you're down here, you can come in here and place the piston right the way up against this this tiny little corner. So it's facing down. You just need to spam click as fast as you can. Like I say, it's a Rayworks design. I will pop the link to the video in the description, because he explains it far better than I ever could, and give props to the guy for coming up with the idea along with the people on this server. So let's give this a try and see how it works. I've worked out that actually if I lower this, I can still F3 and B first of all. Let's go. Hitboxes still not actually showing me what I need to see. Fine, F3 and B, turn it off. Turn it off, that was no use. Right, so all being well, this should be replaced with another piston, and that piston should have glitched out the block beneath it. So let's give this a go. Didn't work. So that's why we brought more TNT. I'm not going to give you like the whole process, obviously, because I really messed it up there. And one of the things that I think I need to do is remap my keys so that I've got a keyboard button that I can just keep depressed. And by doing that, I can click even faster than I would be able to. I wasn't clicking particularly fast there, in order to actually place the piston in the right place. So I will go away and do that, and yeah, record it, but not necessarily say anything, and then just cut in the clip of when it actually works. Hey, we've done it! Brilliant. So, yeah, we've now got our hole through Bedrock, and I couldn't be happier, really. So, yeah, we've done it this way, and eventually I would like to break more holes through. So we've got a space. Let me just put a ladder in place. But yeah, we're through, and I'm really happy about that. I can now clear the stuff up. We've got this hole. And yeah, now to head back to the base. I got back to the base to pick up some cobblestone to finish off a nice safe route up to my my new hole in the Nether, in the top of the Nether at least, and discovered to my horror that I didn't have anywhere near enough cobblestone. So I decided to come down here to the beacon and start doing some mining. So that's what I've been doing, the classic mining off camera. Now, what I have managed to get hold of is I've got all of these resources that I wasn't even really intending to get. I've got some bits and pieces, obviously just some a mixture of things. I was running a bit low on andesite and things as well. And then I've got myself lots of cobble and also some stone as well. So switching between my two pickaxes, I need to get this one fixed. But the other thing that I've managed to find is, I'm not sure where he's gone, but I just saw a slime in this area, and I think he's despawned because I didn't do anything. So I've just been clearing this out basically chunk by chunk because I like doing that to keep it nice and neat. Went down sort of like as far as I could to get away from things, and so I'm not quite sure exactly where he's spawned, but I will be keeping my eyes open to see if I see any more of them spawning when I'm back down here in the future, to make sure that I can work out which of these chunks is potentially a slime chunk, because that would be fantastic, because I will be needing a slime farm. So yeah, don't know quite where he's gone. He was definitely here a second ago, but yeah, I will take all of these resources back up to the surface now and finish off boxing in my lovely little hole and way up to the roof of the Nether. As you can see, I've now finished the lovely safety tunnel up right the way through to the roof of the Nether, and I've used some cobblestone just for now. I am gonna probably rip all of this out and replace it at some point in the future, but in terms of safety now, it's really good. It does mean that you can see everything that's around as you go up, and nothing, because it is a full 8 blocks all the way around. There's no, like, even through the corners, they can't accidentally glitch and see you if your arm pops out or anything like that. I've also put a little safety platform, and up here on the roof of the Nether you'll see part of my wider plan, which is to create a proper big deep hole through. So it's not just a 1x1, I want a hole that I can probably fly up and down through. And as you can see, I've done quite a bit of removing, so this one was already at a 127 anyway, but there is a fair bit more to go. So yeah, that's going to be something that I'm just going to be doing in the background over the next couple of episodes, certainly. But what I do want to do now that I've got my Nether hub, is to head back over to the fortress, which is in that direction over there, and find another Y127 piece of bedrock that I can break through and get myself up there, so I can literally just travel across the roof of the Nether in order to get there and back when I need things like wither skulls, because I'm planning on building at some point a wither skeleton farm. So I will head over there and get working on that. As you can see, we've got another hole in the Nether. I've put just a little crafting area here, so if I come down here I'll show you where we are. Out of the way, Mr. Pigman. I did have an unfortunate incident where I accidentally in the fortress aggroed all of them, and yeah, that was a bit hairy. Had to end up flying out of range of them all and just letting them then despawn and stuff. Oh, this guy down here. Let's see if we can just finish things off with a skull. Nope, no wither skulls. Oh, but there is another one just there. Nice that they're spawning so regularly. And this is just an absolute crazy fortress for the wither skeleton spawns, to be honest. So yeah, I may never need to actually do a farm, but I probably will anyway. But yeah, this takes us right into the fortress, and just around this corner is kind of where you start going down here and being able to pick off all of the skeletons. And actually, that being said, I did a really good job of doing that, and they were spawning all over the place, and ended up with 6 new wither skeleton skulls. So that is 2 more beacons worth once I can get everything set up in the end and kill off the withers. So yeah, I do plan on cheesing them, but that's absolutely fine. I've got no issue with that, because I've already fought him legit this series, so yeah, not too fast. But what I am going to do now is head back over to, I don't know which direction it's going to be, work it out, but about 300 blocks out of the way, and then I will go back to the base and pick up with you there. Ah, home sweet home. And there really is nothing better than when you've been out exploring or caving, or particularly in the Nether these days, there to get home to your base and just to feel safe and have your dogs Liam and Snuffler there with you as well. So in here we've got the 7 wither skulls. So yeah, definitely I want to probably next episode get the wither set up at the end, and also need to pick up some obsidian whilst I'm there. So there'll be a trip back to the end. Did some mining, so got plenty of stuff there as well. And of course we built, if I head all the way up here, we built the new tavern. So let's pop my wings on. Don't just jump off and die. Here we go, and fly up in the air. So yeah, if you do like this tavern, like I say, it's a little bit different from some of the stuff that I've been building in the past, just because of the roof and the design. Also, if you do like it and you want a tutorial, let me know. If I did do one, I'd probably just do it with the plain roof, of course, unless people were interested in seeing it with the two-tone. But yeah, so there's going to be further expansions to the island. We've got the pathways, we've got everything going really well. I need to fancy it all up with some more mushrooms and some giant spruce trees, some custom ones, of course, not those ones. And yeah, I've got some more farms that I want to start building as well, and hopefully work out where that slime chunk is that those slimes were appearing from. So all in all, managed to get quite a lot done this episode. I'm really happy with it, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. If you have, make sure that you let me know in the comments. Make sure that you do hit that like button, of course. Make sure that you do, above all, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can see when any of these videos get posted in the future. Of course, yeah, I will keep doing the things that you enjoy. So again, let me know in the comments the things that you'd like the most. If it's adventuring, if it's nether stuff, if it's building, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to do that. But with all that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Adie Craft. Bye.